My name is Rune Fardal, and today I will talk a little about what the so-called Barnevernet system is all about. Barnevernet is the Norwegian CPS, Child Protection Service. It is known all over the world for its kidnapping of children, its false accusation against children and families, its lack of professionalism. In this system, children's death rate is almost 10 times the death rate in the normal population, and many of these deaths are violent deaths. Over 100 children die every year in the child protective services in Norway. Even thousands are traumatized for life. Although the law states that Barnevernet shall help parents who have lost their children, this almost never happens. This is one of many offenses from this agency. In this system, there is a high mortality rate among parents of the children taken by Barnevernet. Several thousand parents have committed suicide after losing their children to Barnevernet. Again and again, serious offenses are revealed: child abuse by foster parents, threats to families, and critics of the system are harassed daily. One serious problem with this system seems to be the lack of ability to learn from its experience. So what is a system? In order to change just a faulty system, one must understand what a system really is. By definition, a system is a set of interacting or interdependent component parts forming a complex whole. Every system is delineated by its spatial and temporal boundaries, surrounded and influenced by its environment, described by its structure and purpose, expressed in its functioning. A clockwork is such a system. If one of the gears in this is broken, the whole system is broken. The clock is the sum of its parts, and if one part breaks down, the clock system breaks down. The human body is also such a system. It again contains millions of smaller systems inside the body system. The HPA axis is a system in the body system. It's our hormone or endocrine system, important for everyday functioning. Our brain is also such a subsystem inside the human body. It's an important component in this system. Without it, the body system collapses and dies. It's the control center of the whole body system. A nerve cell is a system inside the brain system, inside the body system, and again, the bigger outer systems cannot function without the nerve cell. The nerve cell is a key component in the body system. And one nerve cell is connected to thousands of other nerve cells, forming a system of its own. And proteins in the nerve cell membrane is a system inside the nerve cell system, inside the brain system, inside the body system. Again, without them, the outer systems does not function. And proteins are made from one or more polypeptides chains, yet another system inside systems. And each polypeptide chain is built from smaller molecules called amino acids. Here we see the amino acid glycine, one of 20 amino acids building the body. These 20 amino acids can be arranged in trillions upon trillions of different ways to create proteins that serve a huge variety of functions in the body system. Again, no amino acids, no outer systems. These are the building blocks of bigger systems. So you see, a system can be extremely complex. In order to explain something complicated in a simple way, you need to understand this complexity. And a human being, a child, is an extremely complex system. But a child is also a subsystem of bigger systems. In order to understand a child, you need more than 2-3 years of education, and you definitely need life experience. Every child is different. Every child's environment is unique. The child is part of a family, again a part of a community, again a part of a society, again a part of larger systems. And in the end, we are all part of the biggest system we know, the universe. There are different types of systems theories, but here I will focus on Barneverner's macro system. The child is the center of this system, and in this system's microsystem we find school, peers, neighborhood, playground, religious organization, health service and family. The cooperation of all these units make up the next system, the mesosystem, and it again is working close with higher systems, the exosystems. The exosystem contains extended family, school board, government agencies, social service and healthcare, mass media and parents' economic situation. Outside this system we have the macro system, the attitudes and ideologies of the culture, and outside there again we have the chrono system, environmental changes that occur over the life course. All these subparts inflict on each other. If something happens to the child, it will affect all the other systems. The family is affected, the community is affected, the culture is affected, the future of the civilization is affected. When it comes to Barnevernet, we need to understand its complexity in order to change the system. In every municipality there is one or more Barnevernet. It consists of a small group of people without any formal requirements. Here the municipality is responsible for the education of these people, and we know the turnover among these people is high. We also know sick leave is high. These people with a minimum of education is set to handle extreme complex situations connected to children. They have the power to change a child's life. Already here we can see these people have more power than they have the brain to handle. When the municipality Barnevernet are in need of foster parents or institutions, they contact the state Barnevernet for help. The state Barnevernet is a system in itself. It consists of the child minister's department, which again consists of Bufdir, and which again is split in 5 different units called Bufetat, each with responsibility for its own part of Norway. And the person responsible for that system is Mari Tromald. So here we have 2 systems in the system of Barnevernet. And this system is connected to other systems of companies and institutions making a huge money on children. In 2013, the biggest of these, Aleris Ungplan and Boy AS, had sales of almost 1,000 millions. They made 408 million Norwegian kroner. That's over $46 million or 38 million pounds. So this system we call Barnevernet is a complex system of so-called helpers, money, courts, judges, lawyers, police, organizations, politicians and government agencies. Changes of this system will therefore meet strong opposition. Many people make good money on this system, the way it works today. Unfortunately, this happens at the expense of children and families. But a system like this needs some kind of control. Helsetilsynet, a government agency, controls the professional part, and the fylkesmann controls that Barnevernet follows the law. But both is state-appointed agencies, and both of them fails to control the Barnevernet. Again and again, every day the laws are broken, and every day the professionals show that they don't have the know-how to help children. They take children in no need, and they overlook children in need. This is little, if any, evaluation of what works and what does not work in relation to helping children. So we actually have a state agency, Barnevernet, controlled by other state agencies, not very trustworthy. It's all a big public system controlling itself. This system has now reached a level where it is there for its own self-preservation and not for the best interest of the child. Report after report show that this system has serious problems, and too many children are destroyed by the system itself. According to Article 3.1 in the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child, says, in all actions concerning children, whether undertaken by public or private social welfare institutions, courts of law, administrative authorities, or legislative bodies, the best interest of the child shall be a primary consideration. Barnevernet is far from this goal. It shows that again and again its primary goal is its self-preservation. While scientific papers go through peer review before it's published and accepted, a single worker with no qualification in the Barnevernet system can decide the life history of a child and his family. There is no transparency. There is no security. No wonder we see so many tragedies in that system. It's about time this system changed. We cannot afford any more death in children, suicide among parents, children without contact with grandparents, children with no contact with their siblings, broken families, traumatized children and parents, broken culture. This system we call Barnevernet has proven to be a dysfunctional system. You can't run society or cope with this problem if people are not held accountable for what they do. After all, accountability is the glue that ties commitment to results. Without being held accountable, nobody learns anything from mistakes, and the system will never improve. If the Barnevernet was not so busy denying their mistakes, they might learn something. If the people responsible for the Norwegian Barnevernet don't take action to stop this madness, the demonstrations against this system will increase all over the world. Every week, new cases against Norway are surfacing, and 2007 is an election year in Norway for the election of a new government. The voices of the victims of the traumatization from the employees in the Barnevernet will be heard in an increasingly higher voice. So the question is now, what will happen in 2017? I am quite sure the demonstration will increase and the employees in Barnevernet and the people responsible for the Barnevernet will be held accountable. So by this, I thank you for this time.